Okay, now we're going to have a quick look at division. I'm going to show you a short division first of all, which we might call as the bus stop method, where you see us doing something like this. And generally that could be for a 2-digit number or a 3-digit number, and we're dividing it by a 1-digit number. So for example, something like 542, and we're dividing it by 3. Okay, so what we do is we start with the number that we are dividing. So in our case, that's always going to be the bigger number, which goes inside the bus stop. And then the number that we're dividing by goes on the outside. Okay, so it's really important we get that set up first of all correctly. Okay, and then we say, how many times, essentially what we're trying to do is we're saying how many 3s are there in 542? How many times does 3 go into 542? What we could do is count up in 3s until we get to 542, which is obviously going to take us ages, so we don't need to do that, we'll do it bit by bit. Now, unlike all the other operations where we start always with the ones, for division we start with the biggest number. That is the number nearest the left, the biggest column. In this case it's 100. Okay, so we say, how many times does 3 go into 5? If we find that difficult to actually have a concept of that, you can do your jottings. Okay, so how many times does 3 go into 5? So I can see, right, how many 3s can I make? Okay, I can make one group of 3, and then I have 2 left over. So I have to carry my 2 here. How many times does 3 go into 24? How many 3s are there in 24? That's what's really important that we know our tables, so count up in 3s if we need to, do jottings if we need to, and that would be 8. And then how many times does 3 go into 2? Well, it goes in no times. I've got nowhere to carry those 2. So in this case, I can just put those 2 as a remainder. Now, often we might have to maybe do that as a decimal or as a fraction. But for now, just to put them as a remainder 2, that's absolutely fine. It's just showing that we know that actually there are these 2 left over. We can't forget them. They're very, very important and they must be there in our answer. But we can record them as a remainder 2 for now.